time for the business news now. And Stephen Carroll is here. Thanks for joining us, Stephen. Let's start off with this Trans-Pacific trade deal, which has just been signed in New Zealand.
That's right. 12 countries in all signed the trade partnership at an event in Auckland, including the United States, Japan and Mexico. Together, those 12 states account for 40% of the global economy. The deal was agreed in October of last year to cut trade tariffs and set common standards in areas from workers' rights to intellectual property. But it's still a long way from coming into force. Individual countries now need to ratify the deal in their national parliaments. They've been given 2 years to complete that task, but it faces stiff opposition, particularly in the United States. The US Trade Representative Michael Froman believes, though, that Congress will approve it.
We're working with members of Congress, we're working with the leadership of Congress, educating everybody as to what's in the agreement, addressing their questions and concerns. And I'm confident at the end of the day, because of the strong benefits to the U.S. economy, which have been estimated to be over $130 billion a year of GDP growth, as well as more than $350 billion of additional exports, that members of Congress will see the benefits for their constituents and will have the necessary bipartisan support to be approved.
Moving on, another big oil company publishing its results today. This time it's Shell.
And not much good news from them either. Profits at Shell, net profits for the full year slumped by 87% in 2015 to just over $1.9 billion. Now, Shell is in the final stages of buying the oil industry suppliers group BG. They've already announced 2,800 job cuts in response to the oil price slump. We're seeing the latest effects of that in these latest results. Those results just coming out. We'll have more details on them later on.
Okay. Obviously, this will have some form of impact on the markets. Can you talk us through how things have been trading so far?
In Asia, at least, shares generally trading up, helped by a boost in oil prices. Just the Nikkei in Japan seeing falls today. It closed down after the yen gained sharply in value against the dollars. That's, of course, bad news for Japan's exporters, which is why we've seen those falls. But gains of over 1% on the other main Asian markets there.
Let's turn to Luxembourg now, which has announced ambitions for the final frontier. Tell us more.
Yes, Luxembourg wants to become a European leader in mining asteroids in space. The country's government is creating a legal framework for space mining companies to harvest precious minerals and may even invest in the ventures themselves. Shona Bhattacharya has the details.
Small country, big ambitions. Luxembourg has announced plans to create a legal framework for space mining. In the future, the European nation is betting asteroids will become a main source of precious metals like gold, platinum, and tungsten.
Luxembourg is determined to become the first EU country to launch a clear framework to support the use of space resources. Amongst the key steps undertaken will be the development of a legal and regulatory framework confirming certainty about the ownership of minerals extracted in space from near-Earth objects such as asteroids.
Deep Space Industries foresee a four-step process: prospecting, harvesting, processing, and manufacturing. NASA has already identified some 1,500 asteroids that it says are easily accessible.
Because the stakes are high. We are replacing with this initiative two important threats for planet Earth: asteroids and depletion of materials, by one opportunity, which is to open a new market.
Don't expect asteroid mines anytime soon, though. It could be a decade before they're even feasible. But the race for space's resources has already begun. Last November, the United States passed the Space Act that allows companies to keep what they mine in space for themselves.
Some more of the day's business headlines for you now. Toshiba is expecting losses of $6 billion this year over an accounting scandal at the Japanese conglomerate. That's up by more than $1 billion since the company's last profit warning. Toshiba's cutting jobs and reorganising its TV and PC divisions after revelations that management was complicit in padding profit figures for almost 7 years. Shares in electronics giant Sharp have jumped by more than 15% after reports that it would accept a buyout offer from Foxconn. Foxconn, a major Apple contractor, is believed to have offered around $5.8 billion for the firm. Sharp lost more than $900 million in the 9 months to the end of December, according to its latest financial results. And passengers travelling by train to Paris's airports or to Disneyland are facing disruption today. A union representing workers on the RER A and B train lines called the strike over prison sentences given to 8 workers at a Goodyear tyre factory for holding their bosses captive during an industrial dispute. 1 in 2 trains are currently operating on the lines affected.
And we'll just finish up, Stephen, with news of another sign of the financial power of Taylor Swift.
We know she's very powerful in some circles, but we didn't know that she was brought this much financial power with her. More than $75 million have been added to the value of mobile games developer Glue Mobile after it announced a deal with the singer. Glue, best known for its Kim Kardashian app, which earned it more than $70 million in 2014. The company's banking on Swift's popularity and social media presence to boost sales of a new game based around the singer, set for release this year. The company's yet to give any details of what exactly it will entail. Something to look forward to.
Who buys these things?
Lots of people. The Kim Kardashian app is huge.
Oh my goodness. Well, clearly there's money to be made there. It's not my money in any case. Thanks very much, Stephen Carroll with the Business News.